Just kind of everybody's some creepers and welcome back to another video. So yesterday I looked at kind of how long it would take to get Kaguya. If you only pretty much farmed portals. However, there is probably a lot of people that are, only sitting in AFK chamber. So I figured I'd do the calculations for this as well. And this here kind of just the breakdown of like what you can expect depending on what you have. So I know if you have VIP, you get 2 times multiplier. If you have premium, you get 1.5. And then it's currently like kind of glitched right now. And if you have both of them, it like the first one like you'll get will be 2.5 times, and then the next two will be 3.5 times. I don't know why, but that's just how it works in the AFK chamber. But yeah, I mean, you can kind of get a pretty good view of what to expect per hour. And then moving down here, we have the actual probability charts. It's a lot more simplistic compared to yesterday, clearly, just because it's a lot more simple in general. But yeah, like you can see, is like this is amount of days, like, and when I say like one day, I mean like this counts for 24 hours of sitting in AFK chamber. So yeah, if you like spend 15 days in AFK chamber, you have a 23% chance of getting them. If you don't have any game passes, if you have premium, then you have a 33% chance. If you have VIP, you get 40% chance. If you have both, you will get like kind of like an average around 49 to 60%, because like I said, for some reason AFK chamber, when you have both, the first like payout will always give you 2.5 times, and then the next after that, every other one will be 3.5 times. But you reconnect every 15 minutes, I believe, or something like that. So you're gonna get one 2.5 times, and then two 3.5 time payouts. Like I said, that's all I'm really gonna do. I'm not gonna make this an 8-minute video like some people. Noah. But yeah, and the last thing I want to say is like if you want to like, I was gonna make a graph for this, but I didn't see a point. If you plan on doing like I would say 12 hours of grinding, or like 12 hours of sitting AFK chamber a day, like, or maybe like 10 hours because you only turn it on when you go to sleep, or maybe you go to school or something. Like you can, like what you can do is you can kind of take this, you can look at like what your multiplier would be. I would say for most people stick with 2.5, because like I said, it is kind of iffy when you have both. Well, okay, I shouldn't tell people to do that because everybody has something different, but you can find your multiplier, and let's say you're gonna do 10 hours and you have VIP, then you will see that you get 45. You'll be able to get 45,000. And if you know you're going to be doing that for 10 days in a row, you can obviously multiply this by 10, and that's how much, how many presents flyers you're going to get. And I'll leave a link to the spreadsheet from the other video, because there's just a lot more precise numbers. But like you can see here, in the 0% buff, you can find 450,000, and then you can scroll over and see that 450,000 gives you around a 40% chance. So that's another thing you can do if you, maybe want to be a little bit more hands-on. But yeah, that's really all I have for today. Like I said, I'm not gonna drag us on. I don't see a point. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.